Greetings, fellow YouTubers. Irv Lindsay here. I'm out on Gilbert Avenue in Walnut Hills. Yes, that's right, an East Side video. And as I was coming here, I noticed there's a lot of really old stuff here. Just down the street, right over there. Can you see the really old church? There's a real old church building down there. As a matter of fact, it's completely gated off now. That's not what we're here to see, though. Behind me is the remains of an old church, and all that's left of it is a church tower. I believe this is the Walnut Hills Presbyterian Church, or it used to be. I had a lot of trouble finding information out about this, so I'm just going to do a walk around today and tell you what little I know about it. So here's what I know about this church. It was built a long time ago. So this old church sat here for a long time in a state of disrepair, and it was eventually decided that it would get torn down so that we could have this fine parking lot, because, well, Cincinnati needs more parking lots. And somehow somebody saved the tower and this corner of the building. I understand it's still used. If I'm not mistaken, it was recently used for like a historical lecture. I could be so wrong about that. And if I've called it by the wrong name, I know you guys out there are gonna call me on it. And you're gonna tell me what the name of this building really was. So it looks like the back of it has been filled in with this wall, this just cement wall, just to make sure that the building is safe and doesn't, what little's left of it doesn't fall in. And if you go around through this little wall here, you can see the back side of this doorway and this window. You can also see that they have patched in the side of what's left of the bricks. But what's really interesting about this is you can see a cutaway of the building and how they built buildings back in the day. You have this outer facade. Well, maybe not. Maybe that was just part of the rebuilding. But anyway, you've got all these bricks, and there's various types of brick used in the composition of the building. And down here is some of the supporting rebar sticking out. Be careful, I don't want to hurt myself. And then we have, that's what the other side of it looks like. And it's been well kept. What's left of the building, it's been landscaped nicely. Let's go around to where the entrance is today. These really cool old doors. That mark the entryway. Really neat, guys. I'm glad they were able to preserve a little bit of this. There's a lot of shrubbery on this side. And if you go around here, you can see that this last final part is just a sliver of wall they were able to save. Doesn't appear to be any bell up in the tower either. A lot of the churches that were built in Cincinnati in the late 18 and early 1700s kind of all followed the same basic floor plan. Most of the churches, you'd walk in the front door and you would go up into the sanctuary or chapel, and then you would go down also into like a lower level, which was a lot of times was called the undercroft, and it was below the sanctuary, and that's where they would have areas for rooms and meetings and classes. And then there was also a level above in the sanctuary, often a mezzanine level, also sometimes referred to as the choir loft. Most of the churches in Cincinnati, and in my experience with the ones I've seen, had one tower, like the First German Reformed Church over on the west side of downtown that I got to go in. I actually got to go up into the bell tower on that one. I'll throw a clip in so you guys can see what the inside of an old bell tower looks like. The bell is actually still in that bell tower. The view is phenomenal. Of course, this was in the winter time, and a lot of churches were built with a single tower, and a lot of them had a bell. If you had a larger church, you might have two towers. I'm not sure if this one had two towers or not. I know its companion down the street over here looks like it has one main tower sticking up. You can see it. And that's more or less a crash course in church design in this area. If you guys like this video, really quick, right here you should see a link to a playlist I made that has a lot of the churches that I've been to. I have been to a few churches in the Cincinnati area. Check it out, go there, and hey, I will see you in the next video.